If you're engaged to someone and the engagement is called off, do you return the engagement ring? Do you return the engagement ring?
And that
And you
was
guys
brought
can
to us
answer
by
for us.
our great friend at Bloganista TV. So make sure you follow her on Instagram. She has literally one of the top 5 Instagram accounts in the world. So
Yeah,
shout out to her.
she's our great friend, a great supporter of the show. And we absolutely love her.
Absolutely.
You guys answer. I'll answer the last.
I answered actually on the page, so everyone can see what I said. So I'll just say it straight up right here. If you're engaged and the engagement is called off, you better goddamn return my damn ring. There is no reason in the world that you should think that's a gift. That is a sign of commitment. That is a symbol for me saying that I want to be with you for the rest of my life. If I'm not going to be with you, you give me back my damn ring, and I want it back in the same condition that I gave it to you, with all the diamonds intact, and I want it to be as shiny as when I gave it to you. Don't be sitting here trying to hold on to it, talking about I'm going to go to a pawn shop or whatever like that. No, you need to give me my damn money back because I spent thousands of dollars on you, and you're just not going to get no gift for just leaving me. No, that's BS.
For me, I've always thought that when I got engaged, I would be using a ring that's in my family already, one that's kind of been like passed down like generations. Hopefully, like whoever like I am getting married to would be okay with it. But like honestly, that's something that like it means a lot to me that she would wear that ring. So I would, to me, like respectfully, no matter how our situation goes, no matter what happens, I just think it's just decent to return the ring back to its owner. More than likely, I won't use that ring again for another woman because it would be tainted because it was, given to you already. But it's just something that I feel like I should still have within my family, not something that you should have because it doesn't mean anything to you.
Right, it's just money to you basically, so you can pawn it later. Bill, what you think?
I agree. If I give you a ring as an engagement ring and it's no longer an engagement, then that means you no longer have a reason for the ring. Slide it on back. Don't make me get one of my sisters on you.
Exactly, and there were people on the site. Like I was looking at Bloginista's comments. They're talking about, yeah, it's a gift. I'm like, you gotta like what? In what world is an engagement ring a gift? It's not a gift.
Not in this
These are
America.
the, these are the people who
Honestly,
make a donation and ask for you to like give it back, or the type of people who make donations and they'll tell you like how much they put out on the donation. Just tacky and ghetto.
Right.
like these are honestly
That was a
these are the
ring.
type of people that make me lose my cool. I try to be so nice and so politically correct. Like I wish you would either A, turn down an engagement or break it off and try to keep my ring. Like, are you serious? Like, please don't make me act unseemly because I will not. You will not like what will happen if you try to keep my ring. I will take my ring and your finger back if I don't get my stuff. Like, are you crazy? Like, no, we're not keeping my ring. The engagement's over. You don't need any memories
on
of
what
me.
side?
You can give me the ring back. Now, if it was other jewelry that you got over the course of the relationship, no, I don't expect you to start giving me all my stuff back. But the
Right.
engagement ring is definitely coming back. Like, you are not keeping that under any circumstance. So,
How
I
they
mean,
gonna be
that's
throwing
my
up, they
stance
gonna be
on
throwing
it.
the west side for the rest of their life? You gonna take that back?
I take that back, ladies. I apologize.
I know, right? You so violent. All right, question number 2. Let's get
Question
it out.
number 2. I can't even say it. Have you ever stood for something that you later regretted? If so, what?
All right. Somebody go first. I don't know. Dex, what
I
you got?
think I've never had a situation where there was something that I like truly stood for, and then like it came back on me and I regret it. But there was, and you know what? It's because of this. There's a couple years ago, I was in college actually, and there was this thing on Facebook. It was about like pedophiles or something like that, and they were like, post a picture. It was a status. Post a picture of your favorite cartoon character to rid pedophiles on Facebook or something like that. So I did it, and I'm like, I'm proud of what I'm doing. I put this cartoon picture up or whatever. And then like a couple hours, and everybody was doing it. Like if you go through people's Facebook pages, their pictures, I guarantee you'll find a cartoon character in there. And that was because everybody was doing that trend at the time. And then the next day or so, they would like remove the picture of the cartoon characters. You made it easier for pedophiles to find children or something like that. It was weird. Look through your pictures. You guys probably have a cartoon character picture up there too. But it was around this time I was in college though.
Okay.
And then, like, after that, like, I felt, like, stupid. You know what I mean? Because it's just, like, you know how we're so quick and everybody's so quick to jump behind a different cause, and it's not a bad thing to jump behind a cause or jump behind something because you hear people talking about it because it's popular. it's not a bad thing. The only issue I have with it is just make sure you know what you're getting behind and make sure you know, like, you understand it. So if somebody calls you out on it, you know what I mean? You can explain why you did X, Y, Z. Ever since then, like, I've always overly researched everything before I put my name behind it, because once you put your name behind something, I feel like you strongly got to, stand up for it. You can't go back. So,
yeah, I didn't mind. Mine was on, remember when Boondocks, fired Aaron Magruder or whatever like that? And they had like a change.org petition, try to get him back or whatever. And it wasn't like something that I quote unquote stand for, I stood for or whatever like that. It wasn't like super public, but I signed the petition, and I really regret it now because of that BS that he has going on right now called Black Jesus. There's a show, if you guys don't know, on Cartoon Network. It's not a cartoon, by the way. Called Black Jesus. It was on Adult Swim. And it is the most sacrilegious piece of crap that I've ever seen in my life. So I regret every bit of that petition that I signed. Aaron Magruder can go to hell for all I care. I really have nothing else to do with the dude, and I'm just really disappointed that his success in the Boondocks turned into such blasphemy in this Black Jesus show. And some people think it's funny. I just can't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't have that type of humor. But that's mine.
I don't think there's necessarily a view that I stood for that I regret now. I know there are definitely some people I stood for that I'm just looking like, yeah,
Preach.
it's crazy.
Preach.
Like, I'm not gonna say the person's just a little shady.
It's just weird though. People, like you said, people like they're like models and stuff like that, and you're like behind them. You're like, I really stand behind like your modeling. I stand behind your acting. But then you see some of the photos that they release, or you see like some of the like situations they put themselves in, and it's embarrassing. No, seriously, it's embarrassing to say that you've ever stood behind that person.
Caught it.
I was actually standing hard for a certain person. I'm not going to put the entire situation out there, but I found out that in college, this same person I was standing for was like wearing me out to people, like talking bad about me. So when the opportunity presented itself for
won't God do that? Won't God just put your enemies right in front of you so you can
he'll do it with a ram in the bush, and he dropped that thing right in my lap, and I wore that tail out.
You can't tell me what my God won't do because I've seen him do it. Ty, do you have one?
Yeah, actually, I wish I would have spoke first. I was about to say the same thing. It's never been an issue because usually I really am cautious about what issues I stand for, especially publicly. But it's people that I've stood up for and that have done certain things, and other people were talking about them, and I say, well, no, don't just give the benefit of a doubt, and then all of a sudden I get screwed by that person too, and it makes me really think that maybe I'm kind of naive. I hate that. Like I'm like, oh well, give that person the benefit of the doubt, and then they turn around and they are exactly what other people say they are, and it makes me upset that I wasted time standing up for you.
Right.
That was our last one. Jake, you get them the email so they can make sure.
Oh yeah, there you go, right there.
With us. There we go. Email all your questions to brotalklive.com.
Yeah, if you go there and if you actually go on the Watch Live page, there's actually like a little question, like a little form that you can fill out and then just submit it right there.
Yes, exactly. And this season, I'm going to try to answer every single question, even if it's not to my liking, because sometimes I'll just skip. So that's my value. I'll hold me to it. I will answer anything.